Hi everyone, it's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing another one of the Rainbow Weekly Challenge Geography quizzes, in which we have a whole bunch of really difficult Google Maps around, and we have to guess where they are, or what country they're in, and all that kind of thing. It's very fun, very challenging. In the first round, I played with Rainbow, and we won. Then we came about 20th in the second week, and then in the third week, we came 40th, so let's see how we can do today. Hopefully a lot of you guys played. I'll link next week's in the description as well. Okay, there are always multiple sections here. The concept for the first section is that for every option, you get 1 point. So basically on France, with the Eiffel Tower here, there's only 1 point for one option, whereas even the 50-50 here, you get 2 points, etc, etc. So yeah, I mean, it's going to go down all the way to 9 options, and then things get really difficult. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so easy enough here. On this first one, we can select France. Second one here definitely looks more like Slovakia than Czechia, although knowing this, it's probably going to be Czechia. I would say, I don't know if these are handpicked or not. I'm assuming these are handpicked, so I would say this is Slovakia. It looks more like Slovakia. If you answer Czechia, then I feel that that is just playing into the psychology of it, which it could easily be Czechia, right? So, look, it could be Czechia, it could be Slovakia. I have to go Slovakia here just because it's more likely, but given the format, it may be Czechia. Okay, next one here is a bit more interesting. Is it Lith, is it Latvia, or is it Estonia? I think it looks most like Latvia, but again, here's the kind of psychology element of it. I think I would still go Latvia though. I think second option would be Lithuania, third option would be Estonia. Still prefer Latvia. I'm going to play it safe here, just go for the normal answers. Here we have South Africa, Sri Lanka, Argentina, and Botswana. Looks most like Botswana. South Africa is still possible. Argentina is quite possible as well. I don't think it's Sri Lanka. What about Argentina here? The fact that it's a dirt road and very sandy makes me think it was Botswana, but it could just as easily be Argentina. I actually think it's more likely than South Africa. I mean, just looking closely here, it is difficult. It is legitimately difficult. I think I'll stick with Botswana, even though I don't exactly know where it would be in Botswana. I think it's still the best option. We shall see though. Next one here, so this is for more points now. We have to get this right. So we have a few options here. Portugal, Turkey, Spain, Italy, France. And of them, I definitely like Italy and Turkey the best. And I think Italy is quite likely. I don't know about this great. It just kind of feels Italian in the road to me. But we don't see too much, do we? I think Italy is best here. Now, yeah. I could also see France. I didn't think it was Portugal, although in hindsight, I do think it is possible, and then Spain's also possible. So actually, it is actually like a round where all of the options are definitely very much possibilities. And I think I just prefer Italy here. Although, yeah, I'm really not too sure. It'll be interesting to see where that one actually ends up being. Next one here, Colombia comes to mind, but let's see what happens. Argentina, Peru, Indonesia, Malaysia, Taiwan. So we got the South American options, and we got the Asian options. I could definitely see Malaysia working here actually near, near Sarawak, or in Sarawak near Kuching City. Yeah, no, Indonesia was an option too, yeah. So somewhere around there on Kalimantan or Borneo Island could certainly work. Taiwan, I didn't think it was Taiwan. Argentina, there are certain places that look like this, but I think it's a bit of a stretch for Argy. Colombia obviously is well possible, as I said. But Peru, I also think is kind of a sleeper pick here. I think it is possible at least. But I'm still leaning maybe that this is somewhat Asian looking. I don't know, first impression, it's very difficult on rounds like this when you get so few pixels, and, if we could look around, even without car matter, this would definitely be possible, but, yeah, when it's just framed in such a way like this, it's relatively difficult. So, I'm not really sure which country I actually prefer here, all in all. The road's very thin, in a way that makes me think maybe more of Asia than of Latin America. And all in all, I may choose Malaysia here. I don't know, it's not typical. It's certainly not typical. But are these rounds meant to be typical? No, so I'll give it a go. Why not? Next one here is interesting. First thing that came to mind was like, maybe Cambodia here. So let's see if it's an option. Cambodia's an option. I might just go for it. I feel like this is like BB, like all the way southwest in Cambodia. What are the other options here? Mexico, it's possible. Cambodia, I mean, yeah, let's click Cambodia, not Colombia. Malaysia, possible, yeah. Indonesia, possible, yeah. Colombia, I didn't really think so. Thailand as well, possible, but probably unlikely. And then Brazil as well, possible, definitely. But I think Cambodia, that's what came to mind. I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, next one here, Russia. Should be Russia. But let's take a look here. Just trying to think where I'd place it in Russia, because that's actually kind of harder to say. So we have Poland as well. Didn't think it was Poland. Romania could be, unlikely to me. Canada is kind of a decent option here, yeah. France, didn't think so. Slovakia, didn't think so. Bulgaria, didn't think so. And US, didn't think so. So it's really these top options which I find the most convincing. And of them, I mean, I thought Russia, it looked like Russia to me. Kind of the rockiness of the soil. This could be fairly far north, actually. I'm not too sure, though. It is interesting because it's not familiar to me, and I have been practicing a bit of Russia, so I would prefer it if I knew where it should be. So Canada, like maybe Quebec or something, definitely still possible. But it's a tough pick. I'm just gonna go for it like that. Next one here. This is interesting now. Vibes wise, like it could be like Colombia, Ecuador. But then it could also be like US Virgin Islands or something like that. I could definitely see that being possible. United States is an option here. Guatemala I also quite like, actually. It does feel a bit temperate. It's not super tropical here. But I do think Guat is actually a pretty good option, especially the fact that we can't see the blur. Although we'd be driving right, so we'd probably see the front of the car here, I dare say. So maybe Guatemala, again, less likely when I consider that. France, it's not impossible, actually. Malaysia, not impossible, but yeah, I think I prefer these, like, more of these options here. US seems decent to me. And then, yeah, like, we don't have a Colombia here, interestingly, so, nor a Ecuador, so I think maybe Mexico, then, actually, all in all, if we don't see any car. Something about that sign in the distance almost feels American as well, you know? Like a resort or something? I don't know. Do you feel that on that? It's only worth 9 points. Oh, it's worth 9 points. Okay, it's not worth 9 points. Okay, we should really consider, because the whole section's worth quite a lot here. This is the one we want to get right. Like, this one I actually feel not that good. Maybe I should switch to Canada here. Maybe I should. Like, I just don't see where I'd put it in Russia with this field here. Doesn't feel quite right. So maybe it would be then... I just don't see. Maybe Romania actually fits. Maybe. I kind of thought of Hungary here, but it's not an option. Or maybe Canada. I don't know if I like Russia anymore. It's weird. It's weird. No, I think I have to switch here. I think I will go Canada. Oh, man, these are always so. I'm switching Canada. I think it's between Canada and Russia, so I really hope I didn't switch off the right one there. And then this one, what? Or Mex or US? I think I'll pick Mexico. I think I'll pick Mexico there. So hopefully those are decent here. We'll see. The next one here is, let me just read the rules. Okay, so basically here we're just trying to identify the country, and there should be at least one from every continent apart from Antarctica, and at least 2 on 2 continents. So we should always only guess a continent once or twice. First one here, looking like Europe is, we've got a black car with a long antenna. So I would be thinking maybe northern Spain, maybe, yeah, northern Spain's actually decent here. France, they're the 2 main options. UK as well. Yeah, that's the 3 main options here, which we could see this being. Okay, like landscape-wise, it almost feels better for northern Spain, even with this kind of grass growing in the middle of the road. Generation 3 camera is quite uncommon in Ireland, so I didn't really think it was there. But yeah, to me, this has to be Europe, because even though the car would fit for something like, you know, Eastern Russia or Israel, I don't think it can be there. So yeah, all in all, I would say Spain, UK, France, and I think Spain is still my favorite idea here. Just because, like, if it's going to be Beatty, then that is, like, a pretty atypical Spain. So I'll give that a go for now. Next one here is definitely strange. White lines, maybe Mexican white lines here. I could see that, just because it is, you know, a bit strange feeling. What else? This could also be Africa, but it kind of feels most like Kenya if it was Africa. And then I think Kenya would have yellow center lines, right? It could also be Réunion, which I'm thinking is counted as Africa, so I definitely don't think that's impossible. I might come back to that one, though. Next one here really looks like Taiwan, but I could also see it being like Canary Islands somehow, in which case it would be counted as Africa. So I'm a little bit sus of that. I think I want to come back to these 2 later. This is difficult now. This should be Turkey, though. Actually, the pavement feels quite Turkish to me, so I will say Asian Turkey, I believe. Now, it could be European Turkey, in which case that would be very cheeky. And it could just be, like, maybe Bulgaria or something nearby there. But I feel like Asian Turkey is a good shout here. So I'm gonna leave that in for now. That takes up Asia. This is interesting. Could be another Asia on the cards here. Kind of feels like Korea almost, or maybe even like Japanese Trekker or something like that. But yeah, the infrastructure feels a bit Asian, but it's very difficult to say where we are. Maybe even Cambodia is possible here, I feel. But it's very strange. Why do we even have coverage here? I could try Cambodia. That would obviously mean that our earlier Taiwan call would have to be elsewhere, maybe Italy or Spain. So let's move on. Let's see what these other options are. So this one, then we'd have to be thinking might be Latin America, so maybe Brazil or something like that. It's Trekker coverage here, so it's really, you could expect to see anything here, but I might pencil in Brazil here, because that's at least fitting. And then this one, well, we had one from each continent so far, so we've missed maybe an Australia or something like that. This is possibly New Zealand, then. That would actually make sense. White Center Lions obviously makes sense there. It shouldn't be like Guam or Northern Mariana Islands. But yeah, New Zealand is at least reasonable, so, or like Réunion still feels decent as well, because we didn't pick an Africa yet. So what was Réunion? Réunion's considered Africa, so do we pick France here or New Zealand? Maybe, look, maybe it actually would be, let's try France there. And just type it like that, I guess, and then move down a little bit. So that's our Africa. This one then, I think we would be picking like Italy or Spain. We already picked Spain, so I might try this being an Italian island. It is weird, but maybe that would be Canaries, and then we'd shuffle that to be France or UK. Dodgy. Or maybe it's a double Spain. I mean, it doesn't say 7 different countries. It just says 7 hand-picked images. It could be double Spain. I mean, I don't mind it, but I think it's more likely to be an Italian island anyway, maybe. I'll try Italy here. Definitely considering that this might just be somewhere in, well, it could be even like Hong Kong or something, but it does look like Taiwan, initially at least. So, okay, we'll do that. Asian Turkey. Then we go Cambodia here. This is more of a dodgy one. It could be Nigeria, but we already picked Africa. That's okay. This one, then, is interesting. So am I missing something? I mean, we've guessed it's twice Europe and twice Asia. We put one guess for Africa. Okay, I just realized that, yeah, the maths adds up that there's only one that has 2 in the same place. So, yeah, we need to change one of these guesses. This one, the Asian Turkey call now, could be in jeopardy because I'm thinking we actually might switch this. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of a switch around here. So this one, we still keep as Asian Turkey, and we double up on Asia here, but maybe we even go, like, Nigeria here. Would that be reasonable? I'm just trying to see what we actually see here. It looks like it's Asia to me. Okay, so I spent the last like 5-10 minutes shuffling everything around, and I'm feeling like the best tactics for me here is just to kind of ignore the continent's like stipulations here and just guess where I think things are, because I'm too unsure, and I feel like it's actually not helping me trying to shuffle things around. This one I still feel like is Réunion, with New Zealand as the second option. This one I still like Spain. I'm not so worried about that. This one's like between Taiwan and Italy for me. And if we're ignoring the stipulations, I still think Europe might be better here. Though, I don't know, like it's really a bit of a 50-50. It's so hard to tell without zooming in on the trees what continent I think it is. But yeah, maybe I'll switch it to Taiwan. I don't know. Like, it's so obviously, like, meant to be Taiwan that it makes me want to go Italy just because of that, you know? What else in Southeast Asia? I don't think anything else can really work that well, so I'm gonna leave that, actually. This one, I switched to Mexico because of this gutter, but really, I think it is Asian Turkey more likely. So, I'm actually gonna do that. Then, I hope it's not Mexico, because I've definitely seen this curb here before, this gutter, but this curb on the other side of the road doesn't feel very Mexican, nor do the trees all in all. The pole probably fits better for Turkey as well. This one, have no idea. So really, I could really go anywhere here, just plug a hole. I don't know, USA, Canada? Did we actually have one yet in North America? Well, I just got rid of Mexico, so I guess I would try United States here. It does not feel like the United States does it. But why not, right? I mean, I said I wasn't going to play into the tactics too much here, but, you know, at least it fits. You know, it's possible. Canada also, I guess, somewhat possible there. I really don't know. United States is fine. Then Brazil here, I don't know. I just got that vibe that it might be there. I know there are forests like this in Brazil. And then finally Cambodia here was the best I could come up with. I could see like Senegal as well working. I could see a bunch of stuff. But that at least like is mostly playing to the rules. I couldn't figure out which one's in Oceania. The fact that that's the one thing that makes me want to switch to New Zealand here, is that I don't see any others that really fit for Oceania at all. So it would have to be this one essentially. But I don't pick where it would be. Like, this one is surely impossible to be Oceania. This one is impossible. This one is possible, I guess, but like really, I don't see it. This one's impossible, I want to say, and this one is, well, it would be Christmas Island, I guess. But no, I don't think it's right. I mean, I could just try Christmas Island, why not? I don't think the vegetation's right, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Why not? That is at least, then I'm actually following the rules, I think. Then we actually have a correct spread here. So you know what? I'll be nice. I'll follow the rules, and we will see if we're all right there. That was a long consideration, and now we have a find the imposter round. Okay, so are we back in Canada here, or something like that? So we have 4 images from the United States, 3 are from the same state, 1 is from a different state. Identify the state with 3 images for 10 points, then identify the imposter for 3 points, and 7 points for the subdivision of the imposter. Well, this is just going to be impossible for anyone normal, I feel. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. And so we have many options here of the United States. Now, which is the one that contains the 3 images? So what are we going to pick here? So I got the feeling that maybe like a bit of like Arkansas could be involved here. Like, this definitely reminds me of some Arkansas coverage I've seen, so we could pick that as the imposter, maybe. I could also see maybe like a Missouri kind of action being possible here as well. It kind of feels a bit snow damaged, so maybe it's even further north. I thought of maybe Michigan actually fitting quite nicely. We could say like red, green, yellow were Michigan, and then blue was like Arkansas. I don't even hate that call. We could just go for that. But this forest is a bit weird. Like Minnesota maybe as well, Wisconsin. All decent options, I would say. Yeah, I mean, we could zoom in even further here just to like try and get anything else, but to me it's like, there's not really much going on here. This is definitely a USA specialist kind of round, unfortunately, because obviously it is JHK's creation, so we can give him that. So yeah, I mean, let's head on over here. We will pick Michigan as the main one. I feel like Michigan has a good amount of bait in it. We could try that. Then I guess blue is the kind of the obvious imposter here. Maybe. That was just my interpretation. But I'm going to say blue is the imposter. And I would say the imposter is in Arkansas. Why not? A bit of Trevor special. Maybe without Trevor here, I can still get his home state right. So let's submit there. And hopefully I'll be back with the answers. And we shall see how I did then. Okay, welcome back everyone. It's 1 day later. I got a new microphone, so hopefully that's sounding good. Let me know what you think of it. And let's see how we did on this quiz, see if we got any correct answers here. Obviously, we at least got the Paris one correct, so let's just jump straight into it here and see if we have managed to come out near the top. So this is the multiple choice section, and here was the first one. Difficulty 1 out of 9. Everyone getting France, so everyone at least getting 1 out of 100 points here. Very good indeed. Okay, so there we go. Next one here, as I suspected, this was going to be Czechia. In hindsight, I can definitely see that the kind of snow coverage here makes it more Czechia-like, but still, I'm a bit disappointed about this run because it's just so stupid 50-50, you know. There's barely any difference between the countries. But yeah, that's just me coping, I guess. I kind of knew it would be Czechia, but opted for Slovakia as far as I remember, so yeah, there you go. 45% getting it correct. Next one here, I believe we did go Italy, right? So that would appear to be points for us here. I'm pretty sure I decided on Italy. My other thought was Turkey, and it seems like not many people go Turkey here, but Italy is indeed the correct answer here. And yeah, this is my first. All the rest are fresh reactions. I only knew the answers to these 3, so that's why I actually knew before the answer came up there. But yeah, all the rest of these are fresh reactions, so let's see what's the next one here. And this one, we went Latvia, which was red. And I would assume with the percentage of the last one for Italy, it would be Lithuania here. Lithuania, I think, was my second thought. And it was Latvia. Okay, there we go. That should be an easy Latvia. I was going to be annoyed if it wasn't. Like, it just looks slightly different to Lithuania and Estonia, I think. And I was just thinking about it on the way home on the bus today. I was like, dude, if this one is Estonia, especially, but also if it's Lithuania, I'm so annoyed because it was like such a normal Latvia. And yeah, 33% getting it right. Pretty sure we went for Latvia there, so that's good. Okay, next one here was interesting. So we went for Botswana. Clearly, by the percentages, that's incorrect. So I would say it was Argentina then, which would be the correct answer. Yeah. I think we went Botswana. Yeah, we did. So that's unfortunate. It definitely looked like Botswana. But ultimately, I guess it had to be one of the two, and yeah, it wasn't quite familiar, and oftentimes Botswana rounds are familiar, so missing out on some easy points there. Honestly, 4 different options, we missed out on 4 points. That's a bit disappointing. Next one here is interesting. So Cambodia, only 10% of people were going for here. So I guess I would, it was 18%. So I would expect that we were correct here if this is the next most gotten correct option. And most people went Brazil here, which I can totally understand. I just think Cambodia was better. And obviously we know Brazil's wrong because that percentage I think is too high. Oh, it was Brazil. Oh no, it was Brazil. Okay, most people getting that, unfortunately. Yeah, so I know where it is. It would just be like near Belém or something like that, I imagine. Although we have a hill in the background, so maybe it's more inland, but yeah, I mean, or just northeast somewhere, but yeah, that's annoying. Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, yes, but I thought it was a shorter plate as well, so maybe it wasn't. It's kind of hard to see, obviously. Next one here, so let's hope we got a bit better here. A lot of people going Colombia, so clearly it wasn't that. Taiwan, Indonesia, Malaysia, anything like that. I think I went Malaysia here, so let's see, and it was Taiwan. Yeah, with the mistiness, that definitely makes sense. So we've not gotten particularly good scores here, but here's a big one where we can make up a lot of points. If we got this correct, a lot of people going Guat. Now, what did we even go here? I think we went Mexico, right? I hope we did. I actually can't remember what we guessed here, so I'll have to go back and look. But I'm pretty sure we guessed Mexico, which is looking like 14%, and it was USVI. No, the sign in the background looks so... did I call out USVI? I definitely thought of it. The sign in the background looks so American. I don't think we guessed America, though. I think we guessed Mexico, right? So that's unfortunate. We easily could have got that, too. So this is a failure so far, I would say. And the next one here, will it be Russia? I think we guessed Canada in the end, which was... one of the lesser options, and it was Poland. Okay, makes sense. 6.6% getting it there, and it's definitely a difficult Poland. The road just looks nothing like Poland. The rest of the round I can definitely see being Poland. I mean, I did mention Hungary as a country I was really considering, but just wasn't an option, so there we go. And after all that, yeah, we're not even anywhere near the top there. That does not surprise me. I definitely dropped a ball on some of those rounds. Without Rainbow, things go difficult. Okay, this was the short answer questions. So 17% got this correct, and it was UK. No, Ireland. Oh, Ireland, really? I didn't know that car even existed in Ireland, so our Spain guess was wrong. Now, we did get the continent correct, which is good, because that could mean we get more points later. But to be fair, that was like the easiest continent to get. That was definitely going to be Europe. And so, yeah, Ireland there. Okay, next one here. So Italy was our guess here. I mean, surely it's not Taiwan. So Taiwan was the most common, but it was New Zealand. Okay, we had ferns and everything. I just guessed like the kind of weird white outer line road lines here. Really confused me. So it was indeed New Zealand, people getting that, quite a few. So all of a sudden, our guess on where do we go? New Zealand? We were going Réunion. It still could be right, but all of a sudden seems less likely, I guess. Next one here, 8.3%. We guessed Brazil, and the most common was Australia, United States, and Colombia, and it's going to be US, Puerto Rico. Gosh, I'm tired of these JHK locations, bro. To be fair, you know, Brazil, Puerto Rico, not that far apart, but yeah, still not particularly good. And we got the wrong continent, which sucks. So, there we go. Yeah, apparently all US guesses were accepted. So, there we go. Next one here, we went for Turkey, Asian Turkey. But I'm guessing at 5.4%, it's going to be harder than that. Mexico is my second thought here. I really hope it's not Mex. And it's not either Mexico or Turkey. So let's see what it actually was here. South Africa makes sense. Definitely difficult South Africa. I guess you can kind of tell maybe that it was left-hand drive. Not really, actually. And the curb I've never really seen in South Africa, so that's a really difficult one. Shout out to you if we got that correct. But ultimately, not looking like a good week from me here so far, but these are meant to be difficult. Okay, can we get Réunion here?
So most common answers were all incorrect. That's great. Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. And it was France, Réunion. There we go. Some bit of redemption there. 4.3%er. There we go. That's at least something, guys. Hey, with the white center lines, that really helped out there with the weird feeling flora. So that is good. Let's see if we got another one correct here. So this one. Now, what do we try here? I had no idea on this round. I can't even remember what I guessed ultimately. I was thinking Cambodia. I'm not sure if I actually ended up putting that though. It's another one where I can't really remember. So top answers were Mexico, Colombia, US. They're obviously wrong. Did I go Mexico? I don't think so. And it was Ecuador. Yeah, we didn't go Ecuador, so that's fine. And the last one here, Topotic and Plonkosaurus got this one, so not us, unfortunately. We ended up, well, I guess what's left here? What's left? I'm actually trying to figure out now. Well, we haven't had a double up of the continent yet, so I guess this is probably Asia. Maybe like Thailand, Laos? Could be Laos. I don't mind Laos here. What's this? And it was India. Okay, well, yeah. Always gotta have some India there. Gen 3 tracker. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking Cambodia. Definitely can see India there in the end, so that makes sense to me. And we at least got one correct there, but that does... Oh, we got, zip zaps. Again, outscoring us. So we only got one correct there. Missing out on some of the easier ones. Topotic getting 5 correct. The goat, bro. That's crazy. Though, to be fair, we got the Réunion, which is at least something nice because that was not one that people got. And now we have no chance of getting this right, guys. I'm telling you right now. If anyone got significant points here, like, I hate you. But let's see. Okay, so most common answers were Georgia, Missouri, Arkansas, Michigan, which was our guess, Texas, Carolina, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Wisconsin, Kentucky. And congrats to Milk and Nax for picking the right state. So clearly it wasn't us, and it was New Jersey. Okay, definitely can see it. Definitely can see it. Obviously, Michigan and New Jersey not particularly close together. So, and this was the imposter. Yes, let's go. We got it. And blue was, yeah, the most selected. That makes sense. It didn't look like the others, to be fair. So, could we have picked Missouri, Arkansas correctly here? It was blue. Only 15% got it correct. So I don't understand why it says 29% here. 15.7 here. Oh, blue is red on the thing. That's so dumb. But, hey, what? So that's the least picked imposter, really? I was thinking that one easily looks the most different to all the others, so I thought it was too obvious, but apparently no one picked it. Very interesting indeed. And so, that's good points for us. And most common answers here. Ooh, is ours in there? Arkansas is there. Okay, so it's one of the top 10 because it's not mentioned down here. So we could be in with a shot here. Number 5, Arkansas, surely. Georgia, Illinois, blah, blah, blah. Georgia I can see, yeah, but Illinois I kind of like better, honestly. Like, I think it's like more northern trees. So let's see if we're right. Illinois it was, yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. So at least I said that, but yeah, Arkansas not a bad guess, I feel. And there we go. So not many people picking up too many points there, but some people, or Nax, pulling a huge score. Nax seems to be very good at these quizzes. And there we go. So I don't think we end up in the top at all here. We kind of failed on the first section, so that was always going to be difficult. And there we go. Tom Davies coming out on top with the win here. Must have been consistent across the board here. Geoguessr himself, guys. No, look, don't really think Tom Davies would be playing one of JHK's quizzes, but if it is him, then shouts to the GOAT. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Sorry I kind of let us down this time, but it really proves I need that rainbow brain on my side, otherwise things are going to go badly. So hopefully I'll be able to get him back for next week. And guys, thank you very much for watching the video all the way to the end, and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.